guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing a palette bingo with the Lorac Pro palette. So I realized like a week or two ago that I've technically never done a palette bingo with this palette because I filmed it and then the footage got corrupted. It never went up. I was panning a different palette at the time and was like, it's fine, I'll just do it again someday. And someday is now today. I'm going to randomly generate 3 or 4 shades from this palette. I'm actually not going to show it to you guys because I have my Pan Those eyeshadow palettes update coming up soon and I want that to be a surprise. So you're gonna have to trust me when I'm counting out the shades, but I'm gonna start from kind of top corner over to bottom corner, bottom right corner, as I always do with my palette bingos. And if you want to know what this palette looks like, I will link my Pan Those eyeshadow palettes project down below so that you can get caught up. Other than that, I have eye primer, foundation, bronzer on, but I haven't done anything else on my face, so we can complete the look. I'm really hoping it doesn't get too crazy, guys, because I have dinner with my grandparents. Like, that's the big thing that's going on today. So I have my trusty graphing calculator, as we usually use. We're going to go to math, probability, random integer, and there's 16 shades in this palette, so I'm going to randomly generate, let's do 3 shades from this palette. Okay, so we got the shades 4, 10, and 14. So 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the shade light pink, which I actually used to set my eye primer, but I'll use a little bit more of it. The shade 10 is the shade nude, and then 14 is the shade pewter. Okay, that is an interesting trio. So we have a light matte pink, a shimmery pinky champagne, and a shimmery taupe. It seems we're going a wee bit cool toned with this look today. So since I pulled 3 shimmers, I don't want to pull another shade because if I get a 4th shimmer, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with a somewhat clean eyeshadow brush. And I'm actually going to take the shade taupe and put that in my crease because I don't want this to look too purple. And I'm running it kind of high in my crease. I'm not taking it all over the lid. Then I'm just going to take that taupe shade on the lower lash line as well. I am really happy that I decided to pan this palette this summer, or focus on this palette this summer, because I feel like this is a really good work palette. There's nothing, like, I had some fun colors to play with on the weekends, but for the most part, this is just a super basic palette. So I feel like it was good for what I needed it for this summer, which was work and occasional play. And now I'm just going to take this MAC 217S brush and the light pink shade. I'm just going to pack this a little bit heavier on my lid and then blend it in with the taupe shade around the edges. Then I'm going to take the shade Espresso on this like really flat shader brush, just like the teeniest tiniest bit, and I'm just going to rub it straight into my outer lower lash line, but like right into the lashes, not blending it down. Okay, and then I'm just gonna clean that shade off of that brush. I'm working with less brushes than normal today. And now I'm going to dip it into pewter, and I'm going to line my upper lash line with the pewter shade. I've done this before and it turned out really pretty. It's a very soft metallic liner. And since the shimmers in this palette are so creamy, I find that they do work pretty well as liners because you can kind of glide them on without too much work. And then I'm just going to take this nude shade, the second shade we rolled in, and I'm going to put it right in the inner corner. The shade is super bright, so I'm just going to take a little bit more of the pewter shade and I'm just going to rub it into where I put the espresso color just to blend all of the tones together. Okay, I'm going to wipe away any fallout, mascara, lip, blush, and I will be right back. So that is everything for today's look. I think it turned out really nice. I think that the liner is very subtle, not too crazy, but definitely kind of, I think these taupey shades bring out the color of my eyes very nicely. And yeah, something nice, simple, easy for dinner with the grandparents. Overall, I am really happy with this palette. I think that it is a good investment if you want an easy everyday palette. If you look at these shades and you're like, that's boring, I have that in my collection already, it's definitely no longer kind of like the cult classic that it used to be considered, but I do still think that it is a beautiful, beautiful palette. So that is everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me and watching me use these shadows in kind of a new way. I haven't really done a look like this yet this year, so I thought this was really nice to do, and I'm so happy to have you here with me. I hope you're having an incredible day wherever you are and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys!